Today we're going to talk about how to improve the Blazer R8. Very tough to improve. There's the improvements they made over the R93. There's not much really to talk about, but what I found out in the shop here and what customers are asking about is that we need one little improvement, and I got to show you that today. As you can see, the R8 has a nice round ball globe of a knob on the bolt. Now, our new design that we developed in our shop will be this. Our design is ergonomically functional, not only for style, but for function itself. The groove that we made into the knob follows the grip line groove. The grip cap has a crown, this has a crown. Also, we added a O-ring, which has dual functions, and I'll show you that on the next bolt here. What I will do right now, we'll remove this knob, which is made out of aircraft aluminum, and it's hard anodized. We can put a brass colored knob on this one, if you like, to show the finish in gold, if you ever wanted one in gold. This one will have a brown O-ring on it. As I noted before, the other one had a black one. So, the purpose for the colors, I will get into that now. I'll explain now about the color-coded O-rings. As you can see, this one is in a black, and that's on the anodized aluminum. We also have them in a plastic Delrin, which is a space-age plastic. We can have it in a red O-ring also. Now, the red, say for instance you have a 2 caliber gun, one in 243 and one in 300 Winchester mag, and you have a complete bolt assembly without changing bolt heads. That will be noted as your magnum could be in the red and your black could be in the standard caliber, or you could vice versa, whatever you'd like to do. But that's kind of a safety feature also, so you're not putting a wrong bolt in the gun at the same time when you're switching calibers. You could be switching calibers in between your partner also, if he's shooting a Blazer R8 or an R93, well, not an R93, but it could work on an R93, but you're switching bolts on the R8 with your partner or your hunting partner or your wife or your son or whatever. That's a safety factor also. So you can switch bolts back around, and a color coding will actually tell you exactly what caliber that you're putting in there as far as a magnum or a standard caliber. As you can see, they're come in 4 different colors, so you can kind of color code the way you want to. The 4 colors will be supplied with your bolt knob, so you have a big choice there to change your coloring system out. Just for information purposes, when you receive this bolt knob with the O-ring, the easiest way to put it on would be put it on right into that area from the bottom. You're going to roll it down so it's equally on there. You're going to get both fingers and both thumbs, and you're going to equally pull it back. Then you could just press fit it in there a little bit, and that'll work. You won't have to pull it over the top. Now, when you do install it, if you're going to install it yourself, as you see, we got a counter bore here too, and a little relief area. You're going to put on your threads, you're going to put some blue Loctite or thread locker on there. Try it first, make sure it bottoms out back into this area, into the counter bore. Screw that back onto your gun and leave it there. And the Loctite will keep it on there. The blue Loctite is good for removal. You only have to put it on by hand. The one you're going to take off, you're going to have to use a pair of pliers with some protection on there in order to keep your existing bolt knob, the round one, in a good condition. So just remember that little Loctite on the threads. Throw that thing back in there and pull it down like that from the opposite end. You'll be fine, and just tighten it on by hand. That'll work perfectly. What I'm going to show you right now is the standard round knob on this nice piece of wood that we have on an R8 here with the black receiver. Also, you can get them, as you know, with the engraving. but this kind of takes away from the nice finish of the gun. So what I'm going to do, I have this one already set up just for a pull-off for show. And we're going to put a nice case colored knob on here to show you the improvement of that. With this round knob, you see the difference in appearance. These curves are following the curve of the grip. The bottom of the bolt showing the crown of this also. It actually follows some of the schnabel up on the forend also. So the design we had to work on just to make this thing flow a little bit better than your standard round ball knob here. This one does not have a O-ring in it right now. You can have this gold inlaid. You can have it checkered at the bottom before case hardening. You can have your initials in here, the caliber of the gun, whatever you like, or a little deer head or a elephant head or some tusks or whatever you like to fit in this area. That will be done before case hardening. Now if you need your initials in here, we would have to have your bolt. In order for this gun to be vertical in your safe or in your gun cabinet, we'd want your initials to be vertical along with the gun. So if in fact that you already have an engraver or you're having Blaser do your gun for you in a special engraving pattern, we will take this off. We will option you one in what we call in the white. This one can be made and shipped right to Blaser. They can do the finish. They can do the engraving to match your receiver on your gun right now and do your initials or whatever you like on that gun. Or we can do it here for you. But in order for those initials to be square up and down and vertical with the gun when you put it in a rack, we would need your bolt to do that. So that's not a problem at all. The removal of your old bolt head, you can do that yourself. If you don't want to, and you'd like us to clean up your threads, put everything on correctly, you would ship it to us. It's a $25 fee for us to install it, put it on your gun, make sure it's correct, and ship it back to you insured so everything is correct. That's an option that you could use on your gun as for us to do it for you. But however, you know, there's many options of this. We have these in Delrin plastic, which is a space age plastic. We also have them in a aluminum, aircraft aluminum, that will be anodized, hard anodized. And we have it, like I said, in the white for your engraver, or our engraver can do it for you. Or in a nice case color. This is my favorite. And you can put the O-ring of your choice on there. But when you put the gun in appearance to the next gun, we're going to put them side by side here for a second so you can see the difference between the two. There's your options right there. You know, Blaser did a wonderful job on a gun. I can't take away anything. There's no improvement you can make on the gun except for this bolt knob. I don't think it flows good with the gun. I think this will flow a little bit better. I'll pull this one off, and I'm going to put one on here just to show, well, we don't want the red one on this gun. We'll go with the brown. And the ease of operation, this is another thing, the ease of operation. One finger, you know you're going to have your release back here. One finger runs it, same way forward. The O-ring gives you a little bit of more stability, gives you a non-slip surface, gives it a little bit of a style, and the one finger operation, back and forth, not a problem. Much better than using the round one. You're going to get more clearance between here also. You got gloves on or whatever, you know, this could get in the way. The whole system here, the whole bolt knob is only about 1.5 millimeters longer than your standard one. However, but this grabbing with the one finger like that or with two fingers doesn't make any difference. Much better than doing it with the round knob. It's more slippery than this one would be. That's why we introduced the O-ring in that area. But this one shows a brown O-ring. You can have a black one or a green one or red one or whatever you like. Now you're going to pick your finishes and your metals also. Like I say, we have the Space Age Delrin plastic. We have the aircraft aluminum. And we have the blank that you could send into the white. And we have, well, not that one. We have our favorite, absolutely our favorite, is the case colored one. You could even put that case colored one on here too. But you can see the difference between the two right here, right now, as the, well, it shows. But this, with this type, with your wood stock and a real nice wood, I think this flows better with the gun. But it's a personal preference for everybody. So I hope you enjoyed the explanation of our new bolt knobs, and hope you contact us. Thank you very much. I appreciate your interest in our product. Glad to help you. This is our selection of custom bolt knobs for the Blaser R8. The knobs start at $79 plus your personalized options. Give us a call and we can discuss your choice. Thanks.